Whenever we start.
All right, we gotta turn that TV down. Cut that TV, sir. You got it. All right.
Alexa, play No Pigeons.
No Pigeons isn't included with Prime, but is available with Amazon Music Unlimited. Play over 50 million songs on this Echo with Amazon
Alexa,
Music.
play 1,000 Miles.
It's a good song, though. This is what you're gonna do right now when we trying to start the podcast.
Alexa, play 1,000 Miles.
1,000 Miles from Nowhere by Dwight Yoakam, starting now on Amazon Music.
By Vanessa.
Yeah. Alexa, stop. Play Vanessa Carlton. Alexa, play Vanessa Carlton.
Shuffling songs by Vanessa Carlton on Amazon Music.
Shuffle.
Yeah,
Happy with y'all so?
I got a question. Don't talk about us on this podcast. I can't do it tonight.
No, we not. We shouldn't.
It's not your show yet, because I'm playing here in her mouth. She at the time.
Oh, you lied to her.
Yep, I was going, man. You're right.
You lied to her.
I don't play her in her mouth. So we cannot mention us on this podcast.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we not talking about
Yeah.
Hey, that nigga lied to her.
Oh,
Man,
Saying that he saw the movie, that he ain't seen the movie yet.
No, I was
you gonna
gonna-
ask the prize
No,
for the movie?
yeah.
Like, oh shit!
You're shit in Mexico. Like, I'm not about to wait for you to come back, man. You out there enjoying life, man. I'm going with the movies. So I didn't see it.
shit, that's a Deadpool 2 out there.
That's where we all went. Yeah, on the Sunday.
I was like, she's still bringing it up. Like, all right, you over it. You'll be fine.
Man, like, you in Mexico. You in a whole other country.
You're not thinking about us.
You get kidnapped.
Thinking about you, not us.
Cocktails.
That nigga big. That nigga play football? Like, he don't play basketball.
Tonight.
Ready?
Is that intro music here?
I'm about to cut all y'all the fuck out.
Alexa, stop.
Yo, that wasn't even...
All y'all about to get this work. Like, for real. Like, y'all, why I gotta be the fucking adult about this shit all the time? Yeah, prep up, niggas.
Not in school.
Tired of this shit.
What do you say on Friday? Be like, not little no more.
God damn. Alright, y'all ready, niggas?
Yes, sir.
Damn right. Mr. Brown, goddamn it.
Oh,
This whole episode, mister. You said that? Cut. Stop. Start over.
Devin Brown.
Start over. Start over.
DC Prep T-shirt on. Wakanda forever.
They don't know this shit, DC Press, bitch.
Yeah, you can't see it, too.
Oh, alright. Starting. Nigga, who pissing me off already?
See, I'm waiting for it. I'm not even saying nothing.
God damn, I'm already angry. I'm supposed to be empowering women. I'm angry as fuck already. Alright. I'm like the Hulk, nigga. I'm always angry. Alright.
Yeah, that's funny.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the
Brody gang.
Bang Bang. See, I participated.
See, look how, wasn't that so nice when you participated? It just flew, it went well.
I miss the angry Mr. Brown.
I am angry.
There it is.
I'm trying to be better. And today we have a special episode. We talking about
Women empowerment to celebrate Women's History Month.
oh, we doing it for the month, man. I celebrate women all year long.
I mean, we all celebrate them all year long, but since it's their month, I thought we'd give an extra emphasis for them this month.
Is that why we decided to do our tour for women?
Yes, we are actually supporting them on this tour.
Breaking news, America. This Friday, we will be at the Ebony Inn around 11 p.m. If you would like to join us, please come out. Remember, you cannot bring a cell phone in there. Me and Mr. Brown went 2 weeks ago, could not bring cell phones in there. I don't know why.
You gotta leave it in your car.
Yeah, they will make you take it back.
So what happens at the Ebony Inn stays at the Ebony Inn.
Dun, dun, dun.
Unless they want to come back, then.
We bring them back.
I don't know if they don't want us to bring back.
This episode is starting off on an excellent foot, guys. I'm Mr. Brown.
I'm Kaz.
I'm Gerard.
And we wanted to do this mainly, well, in all seriousness, that we would not be here for women in our lives. Like, I cannot say, especially with black women, I'm speaking black women because after the last election, I got a little bit of beef with white women. So I'm going to say that right now with full transparency. I not want to alienate any of our white female fans. I haven't checked my our demographics lately, so I don't know how many people I'm maybe talking to right now. But black women have supported everybody. I don't want to say more than just black men, but everybody. All the social causes, the social change, in a level that goes unappreciated, and that I wouldn't be here without black women helping me and guiding me. So shout out to the mamas of the church, the deaconesses, my aunties, my my teachers, anyone who had my back out there. Shout out to them.
Nah, I feel that one. I'm the same way. Like, I know I want to shout out my grandmother because I really feel like growing up, she was the one that kind of helped me get on the right path. Because she was always there. She was like my backbone growing up. Like, I knew she always had my back. I also wanted to shout out my mom. Because even though we don't get along, and like we have like that loving but weird relationship, she's always shown me that whoever I choose to marry or like choose to be a significant other, they need to love me in a way similar to the way she does. It shows in meaning that no matter what me and my mom go through, I know she got my back no matter what. So just always showing me that. And then shout out my aunt, my cousin, my fourth grade teacher growing up. She had played a very influential part of my life. Just from women in general, just played a big part of my life.
Yeah, I have to agree with both you guys. I think women are the backbone to relationships.
Say it again.
Say that shit.
No, women are the backbone to everything. I don't think women get the credit they deserve, truth be told. Just looking at everything, like, they carry you for 9 months. They birth you, they raise you, they put everything that they know inside of you to make you a better person. And I have to say shout out to like all the women out there, my mom especially, aunts, teachers, and anyone who has had a huge impact on my life. Thank you, because I wouldn't be who I am today without them and their nature and their caring and just like wise wisdom of words. So shout out to the women out there. Shout out to the women.
Yeah. So the big question we want to start off: why are women so important? Because I can tell you right now, like, the world's a much better and gentler place with women. Because a bunch of
men. Oh shit.
A bunch of dudes. This would be terrible. We'll be dirty.
Fights.
We'll be dead.
We be fights. It'd be the most irrational shit in the world. Just a bunch of male pride and male ego just fighting each other all the time over the dumbest of shit.
So why are women so important? What's y'all theories or thoughts about it? I don't want to say theories. What's your thoughts?
I just think they're so important because they make you like kind of realize like what's really important in your life sometimes. Because I feel like as a man, you kind of like you get so focused on like your career or trying to make this much money or trying to create your legacy or whatever you're trying to do. You almost forget like, oh shit, there's like other things that are a part of this that needs to ground me, like my family, making sure my relationships with the people around me are good, and then also just knowing some great, like, they help you with like social settings, like learn how to be more friendlier with meeting people. Then also they're just cleaner than us too, so they just help us. Like, I know for me, like my grandma used to install that shit to be growing up, like, no, you're not gonna be dirty like this little dirty motherfucker. You're gonna learn to clean. Because I remember my basement uniform when I was like 11, she told me how to do laundry. Because I came home dirty one day, she's like, oh no, we're not doing this no more. So just like, I feel like they're the toughest but the most gentle creatures in the world. So it's like, they give you that like tough love, but it's still soft in a weird way. It's like very hard to explain.
Yeah. I think to piggyback off what Cass said, I think women, they give you a different lens. They show you something. They show you how to be, I guess, a little more soft at times. You don't have to be all, oh, I'm a man. But no, sometimes you can kind of peel back those layers, and they teach you how to be gentle. And they just show you different things, and you take what they show you and you apply it to your everyday life. That way you can better yourself when that time comes, when you have kids or you have a daughter. Just looking at my mom and who she is and just the respect I have for her, just everything, like just from day one, man. Any sports event I had, she was always there. Prom, homecoming, text me to this day, hey, I'm proud of you, you know. And for my mother to do that, that means a lot, you know. So I can definitely appreciate any woman who takes the time to like show their kids, or even not their kids, just show them a different way that it's more to life than what you're just doing. I think that's why women are important, or that's one reason or one example to why they have such a strong backbone in my life, in all of our lives, truth be told.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, folks. They motivation, man. External motivation. I'm externally motivated. and many of men have done many a thing just for a woman. They got a whole the Iliad, the whole Trojan War. that was because of a woman, Helen of Troy. Y'all reach up. Yup. I assume that our audience is educated. Y'all know all about the background of that. But one of the greatest stories I've ever heard, not the greatest, but a story about women being a motivator. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston, yep. And it has these big, beautiful antebellum homes there. And one of the most gorgeous homes I've ever seen in downtown Charleston was built by this man who was trying to impress this woman. It took him 7 years to build this house, and he did it because she said she would not marry him unless she had a house, and he wanted a house that was going to match her beauty. And in the 7 years it took him to build that house, she ended up marrying another man. And I'm like, yo,
gotta go.
I'm like, man, sometimes that's the way it is. People have written amazing music because of women, have painted whole chapels in amazing colors, discovered new stars just because of women. You'd be amazing with the motivation of women can have in a man's life and the importance that we place upon them. But then I have to take the flip side. I'm gonna take us deep.
Oh, we going deep.
I'm gonna take us deep.
Deep dive.
It's that to appreciate women, I think we as men have to do a better job of breaking down the male patriarchy and the privilege that we place upon women. I was talking to a young lady last night, and she was like, if I, as a woman, want to enjoy sex and enjoy this, why does a man feel that he has the possession over my body if I choose to do so? Now he thinks he can just do it anytime he wants. And a lot of times that's the way we operate in our relationships. The power is always in the man's court. And we don't always necessarily listen to women fully about their wants and their desires to really fully empower them to be able to be independent people outside of the power struggles and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what?
You're right. You're right. Like, yo, you're right. You got it. Like, I don't got shit to say. Like, you got a point.
And so, what can we do to really empower our women? Because we've already talked about men being trash. We already talked about that a long time ago. And
go listen to that.
Go listen to that. Check out, if you haven't checked it out, check out the podcast. It's an amazing show. It was fun. But how do we break down so that women truly feel empowered, that we truly treat women the way we want to be treated?
I think that comes with you having to have an honest conversation with yourself and knowing your flaws, knowing you, so that you can help them. Because I'm a big believer that you can't help nobody if you can't help yourself. Because I'm not really helping you because I'm not even there together. So it's coming to whatever that you're understanding for you, like whatever personally is for you, coming to understand now, like, all right, like I know who I am, I know what I can do, I know what I can't do, so I know how I can support you. Like I know for my significant other, I know what areas that I need to be strong for her in, and then I know what areas where it's like, I need to let her have her moment to like feel whatever. Like I think like last week, she had like a rough day at school, like kids were just being kids. It was just like one of those days. And like me knowing her, I just know she would like just probably go home and cry herself to sleep because she was so frustrated. And that's what I was like, yo, just come home and sleep over. Like I don't got like nothing for us to do, but I know you probably shouldn't be sleeping alone. So just like, all right, whatever. Even though like I kind of just wanted to be in my own space, but understanding that it ain't about me. Like you've had a rough day. Yeah. And that's just like one minor example, but there's other things like that where it's just understanding that I'm doing this for you, and like I want to see you grow. So it's like I gotta break myself down and support you, and if I'm gonna support, fully support, because that's what we don't understand. Because like we'll say stuff like, yeah, I support you, but like if they have like a business, you don't buy from it. You just be like, yeah, I hope you do well, but you don't like really support it. Like if you're gonna support, fully support. Now I'm not saying break your means to support, because we all gotta live, but support them. Like if you're gonna support, fully go for it. Like just go dive in. That's mine.
You did that mean side.
No. I would definitely agree with him. I think the biggest thing, as men, we have to really understand what we want first and foremost before we even bring a woman into our own craziness. We have to be clear. Like, hey, I want to be in a relationship, and I'm willing to put the work in. And when I say work, I mean like actually spending time with your girl, getting to know her, asking her questions, taking time to show her that you care, but also being her backbone and say, hey, listen, I got you today. Like, it's a rough day, you know, dinner's on me, let's go here. So just being able to like be very versatile and very like just aware. Like if you're dating somebody, you should know your partner. You should know what makes them happy, what makes them sad. You should just know these things. And I think once you master those key elements, then I think you can kind of ease some of that gray area out of their lives, I feel.
Man, the thing that kind of like hit me like a brick wall. As a person of color, as a black man, I know there's things in this world that I cannot do because of my blackness. Not off the bat. Like, I could do it, but I have to maneuver the system a little different way. And I've been conscious of this my whole life. I'm the grandson of a civil rights activist, so I know that this power structure's in place. And then I started thinking, like, damn, I've never thought about what if my gender was different? Because there's certain things, like, I could be mad aggressive if I want to, and no one's going to say, yo, you acting like a bitch right now, dog. Like, no one's going to say that.
Just like, oh, it's a man being a man.
Yeah, yo, he's a manly man, whatever. Even if I'm doing a presentation and I go over my time, they was like, man, he just has so much knowledge to share that he must be on top of his stuff. If a woman goes talking about she's not prepared,
she didn't prepare enough. She should have knew her time. It's like, why don't you keep the same energy, bud?
And it's funny, like, I try to be very, very conscious. Like, even with my language, I don't say female unless it's an adjective. Female is not a noun. Female is an adjective. It's a female of the species. There's it's women when I'm talking about a human.
Not to cut you off, but I remember, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, I was having this conversation with a coworker, because I say female a lot. Like, I didn't know that it's like, like you shouldn't say that. Like, I understand when they broke it down to me, like, when you don't say a woman dog, you say a female dog. And I was like, all right, I get what you're saying. Like, I understood it. But, like, growing up, it was just like, I always just said, like, I never thought about it. I was just always like, female, because I was just, I don't know, I thought it was just different than saying woman. I was like, oh, I thought it was cool just saying it a different way. But I didn't know that I was like, oh, that's actually wrong.
Yeah.
And being okay when you're being corrected, so.
You got to change your whole terminology. I try not to call women girls. You know, unless it's Black Girl Magic, because that's the hashtag. You know, that's Black Boy Joy. I don't like being called boy, so I'm gonna call you a girl. Like, you know, I try to think about all these things that I say to try to change. Because I'll be honest, I'm a misogynist.
I think all men are to a degree. To a degree.
I try not to be, but I'm a misogynist. I objectify. I don't mean to objectify. It's just the world that I've been brought into. You know, and so if I know these things about myself, then I should change that about myself, because I love black women. You thought I was gonna say women? Nah. I'm biased. You can call me right now. Look, I love black women, white women. Y'all got some work to do to repair the damage y'all did in my life. That's all I'm trying to say. I trust some of you white women out there, but 67% of y'all, nah, bro. Where'd I get that data from? You know where I got that data from.
Data kiss.
Check the stats. Check the stats. You know how many black people have died because of white women? You know what you done. All right, sorry. I can't go. We're empowering women.
R.I.P. Emmett Till. R.I.P. Emmett Till.
We're empowering women. I mean, I got to take the race out of it, but it's hard. It's
very hard.
It's hard. But, like, I'm thinking about all the dope black women. Like, imagine Harriet Tubman. Like, right now. Like,
just think, like, when you think about, like, what she did, and like in its full scope, it's fucking amazing.
I don't know if a dude could be.
Hell no,
dude.
Dude ain't that friendly to make friends along that way to create.
Like to be that gentle and tough at the same damn time.
A dude would have been like, yo, you not on this shit? All right, fuck you then. Next. Like, damn.
I'm leaving you. Like, nah, man, no child left behind. Like, exactly. I got you, sugar, and I will shoot you to get you where you need to be. Think about Ida B. Wells witnessing all the horror she did. Like, amazing women. Not saying black dudes they did amazing things too, but like Sojourner Truth, like to endure not only slavery, But to be sexually assaulted as well, and still be like, ain't I a woman? It's like fucking dope to have that much strength. Ain't no dude here. None of us as strong as any of the women in our lives.
No, not at all. Not even close.
You want to know how we know we're not as strong? When we get sick, we turn into the biggest, like, just soft creatures in the world, like fetal position out.
I don't believe that was the first word that came to his head, though.
it wasn't the first word. I had to censor myself. I was like, yo.
I won't call him out.
We give you a pass.
Nah, you're right. I knew what I was like, I ain't gonna say it. But it's like, yo, we just turned into like just, so it's like, oh my God, I'm dying. It's like, yo, you just got a cold, man the fuck up. But it's like, no, I got a cold, I'm dying, take care of me. But then a woman, like, gotta deal with periods, getting sick. But you can't use, they can't use that as an excuse. Can't be like, oh, I'm just a woman being a woman. It's like, no, you gotta go do what you gotta do. So it's like, it's just crazy to think.
And they give birth.
They
give birth
to
man.
huge ass human beings
out of this tiny hole and take it like a G. Sometimes with the epidural, sometimes without the epidural.
And then sometimes it don't come out the hole. You gotta
C-section. Yeah, like this is why women like are just phenomenal across the board. Like what they endure.
Like imagine you had a period.
I don't know what dick.
What?
Wait, what?
You had a period as a guy.
Yo.
That's what you would have. No?
This is what we're doing right now.
I'm just saying.
I understand, but this is what we're doing right now.
Hey, we're doing it.
Oh. Okay.
I don't even know what to say for that one. I'm trying to get my words together.
It's amazing because I know I'm America. I'm a teacher. If you listen to the podcast, I am a school teacher. And you're like, yo, you teach children. They're like, bro.
And he's a damn good teacher at that.
Thank you.
You really are.
Yeah, Mr. Brown, I've seen him teach, and I've also kind of stole some of his materials. So shout out to you, Mr. Brown. Phenomenal teacher.
Yeah, and then one day a parent's gonna listen back and like, oh, this is what you feel, sir. But I told my co-teacher that I was like, hey man, my throat kind of scratchy. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to work tomorrow. It's like, you got some nerve. you are not gonna not call in to work because you sick. Like dudes, y'all so weak when it comes to sickness. And I'm like, I think about it. Like, imagine your mom and your dad, you know, even if you know your mom real well, mom and dad real well or not, your mom will hold shop down even when she's sick. I can't imagine my dad holding shop down even when he's sick. I can't imagine them cooking me food and making sure I get to bed on time and all that kind of stuff. If he was sick, he'd be like, dog, you on your own.
He'd be like, yo, I put food over there, you good. You alright.
Warm that soup up.
like you good over there, chief. Like, I can't imagine it. And it's just the kind of things, the expectations that we put upon women that we don't put upon men. And then we assume things about women that we don't assume about men is the same thing we assume about black people that we don't assume about white people and vice versa and all those kind of things. And we just like, well, damn, I got to do better. I got to treat you better because, like, you know what? Sometimes I'd rather be a woman than be around a bunch of dudes.
That's a fact.
Like, I can't cry in front of y'all. Maybe y'all. I don't think y'all would judge me and my tears, but
I ain't gonna lie. If I saw one of y'all cry, probably to me, I'm that person. If I see somebody crying, I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to cry too. And
oh, you one of them?
I'm one of them.
Oh,
it's like, that's why I try to like, unless it's like you're really going through something, I'll stick through you. But if it's something where I could like kind of like, get out, then I'm like, because I don't feel like crying. But I'd be like, damn.
I've been wanting to cry lately. I've been like I was like, make that more like a catharsis. Like I'll be watching This Is Us, and I'll be like, you know what? This is some heartwarming stuff, man. You want these tears to come, don't you? I saw how you wrote this out. I know the beats. Like you getting me where I need to be, bro. And I'm like, all right, this is where we need to be. But yeah, less about us, more about the topic at hand.
But speaking of topics, one of the next questions that I wanted to ask you guys, I'm going to pull it up here in the docket. Just got to find it here. Because now we got 3 mics, guys. Just wanted to shout that out. Look at us moving all up in the world, guys.
Oh, man.
Hopefully this sounds better for you guys listening.
It just a matter of Gerard talks to the mic or not. That's all.
I'm talking to the mic. Hopefully. One of the other things that I wanted us to talk about in this topic is that what are some of the black girl magic that is happening today that you think is moving, like, even, I don't want to be typical, but I guess I'll say it, moving the culture, I guess? Like, what are some artists, actors, activists, politicians, yeah, anything like that?
I'll say the first thing that jumps off the page. There would be no Me Too movement if it wasn't for black women. There would be no Black Lives Matter movement without black women, which is like two major things that are changing America and mobilizing groups of people were started by black women. And who could say that, you know?
Nah.
Yeah. Dope.
Super dope.
How about y'all? Ooh, I stole that thunder, huh?
I think for me, one of the artists that I'm about to name, I think when it's said and done, like a few years from now, like 10, 15, I feel like she's gonna be a major like force, and I think that's gonna be Tiana Taylor. Like, I really think, like, in years to come, like, she's just on the cusp of, like, who she, like, is about to be in terms of, like, music, being a director, acting, dancing, singing. Like, I feel like she's the total package, and I feel like she's about to break her glass ceiling and just hit the ground running. Because the music videos that she's directing is dope. I feel like more people are going to reach out to her. Her acting skills are dope, too. Like, and I didn't know that because I haven't really seen her much, so I started watching some of her shows, and I was like, oh, snap, she's, like, really a good, really dope actor, too. And then I think her music career is about to jump off because she's like taking things into her own hands, like not like how her last album rolled out, and then understanding like her core fan base like OD loves her, and I feel like she just understands that and has like a eye on the pulse of like what music is in the time. So I feel like she's gonna be like a major force for these next few years, more behind the scenes than in front, but I feel like. I feel like she'll be like a Beyonce-ish type character in like the next few years coming. Like, I won't say like, maybe not Beehive in terms of like her actual physical albums or shit like that, but more so like the impact that she's making will be like Beyonce-ish. Like, total impact.
No, and it's funny you mentioned Tiana Taylor. I seen an interview with her, I think with Joe Budden, the Pull Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just her talking about like how she didn't like her last album was like laid out, and like as men like so a rapper male in the game, like if he don't like something he's gonna like go bananas, and it's okay, but if like a female does it, then it's like, oh, she's emotional. Oh, I mean a woman. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm just talking. Thank you, Mr. Brown. A woman goes off and they look at her in a different way, just like that Nike commercial, like the Nike commercial.
The Serena Williams.
Yeah. I think that commercial is fire. Amazing. For her to go off the way she did during her match, and her to stand by what she firmly believes in, that shows you right there, like
she told you, I ain't cheating.
Yeah, like she pretty much, men can do it, so why can't female do it?
Yeah.
And I think that Nike commercial really solidified that for a lot of women in America.
Like, you know how dope Serena was? She won the tournament, Masters or whatever, I don't know tennis like that, so I don't know what it's called. But she won the Grand Slam, like 5 months pregnant. Like, think about that. Got a whole baby in you, and I'm whooping ass. That's crazy.
She low key, or high key, is the greatest athlete of all time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hands down.
I say all time, like no one has been able to do what she's been able to do at the level she's been able to do it and the longevity that she's been able to do it. Yeah. But yeah,
she's in the class with the Jordans,
You definitely put Serena on Mount Rushmore for women.
No, not women. I say
general. Okay.
Like if you had to do a Mount Rushmore of like athletes, Serena has to be on.
Who's more dominant is Serena and then Tiger Woods in his heyday. Yeah, that's more dominant.
Jordan,
Allison Felix,
and then Jordan will be like next, right?
Yeah.
Like in my mind, Serena's number 1, Tiger's number 2, and then you can put Jordan and the rest of them being that dominant at their sport
for the longevity they had.
For the longevity that they had.
Allison Felix.
You a track dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, she got 19, man. I mean, she got second in the Olympics, and then she just really just hit the surface running, man. And shout out to her. She just had a baby, so she's like working her way back onto the circuit again, and you know, just what women can do, not just in sports, but politics, everyday life, being full-time mothers, like you see, like as a teacher, like I see these single moms come in and drop their kids off, and like they go to work, they check in on their kids. It's like, wow, like you know, you go to work, you come check on your kids, you pick your kids up, you take your kids to bed. Like what they do every day without any help, that alone is just amazing in itself, you know. And I think women don't get the full credit they deserve. Like they deal with a lot of stuff behind closed doors.
So you make me think of a question. Why aren't women getting the help that they deserve? Why aren't our women getting the help that they deserve?
Because America's afraid of what a very powerful black woman. Like, I think America is afraid of it. I think, like, Michelle Obama showed you, like, the cusp of, like, the potential of what we could do. So it's like, I feel like she set the mold for what's going to come later. Like, Michelle Obama was, like, the sample of, like, the power that, like, you could make the argument that she was more, like, she had more power than Barack himself. Like, you could make that argument.
So my question to you guys, why aren't we, as men, as ride or die for our women
Is that for us?
as they are for us? Because Kamala, is it Kamala or Kamala?
Kamala Harris?
It might be Kamala. I think someone said I was pronouncing it wrong.
I thought it was Kamala. I'm sorry.
Mrs. Harris.
Yeah, we can do that call.
All the people trying to tear her down as she got into the field to be president of the United States. And I'm like, I don't remember y'all tearing down men when they get into the field like that. And I feel like any woman that joins politics, no matter the race, like people go out of their way to tear them down in ways that you never would tear down a man. I don't like Hillary Clinton. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't like Hillary Clinton at all. But it's not fair to tear her down because her husband cheated.
Yeah, like I never understood that.
What kind of mess is that?
I never understood that. Like it's her fault. Like no, like that's all on him. Like what?
And that was not a fair criticism. That you can't be a good leader because your husband cheated.
It's like what?
But you will never say a man can't be a good leader because he cheated. And I was like, what kind of things? And going back to black women, like why we aren't at the 4 steps. Like, yo, I'm riding to die for you. Like, I'm there. I'm going to hold you down. And nobody got you, I got you. But we not like that. We don't support like we should. Or at least I perceive we don't support like we should.
I think in a very messed up way, men, we like look at ourselves sometimes as like, I'm trying to think of the right word here that doesn't sound too wrong. It's like we expect it. Like we expect them to be ride or die for us, knowing that like I don't gotta do it. Like you should be fully ride or die back, but knowing that like I don't gotta do it all the time. Like I can do it when I want to. I still know like she's gonna like me for me, or she's gonna, or she's just gonna be there, be ride or die. But I know like I can do my own thing. She'll do it like she's gonna do it because she's just gonna do it. Like there's like no real answer. It's just like you just like she's a woman. That's what she's supposed to do. Blah blah blah. All that misogynistic society shit. You just like she's a woman. That's what she's supposed to do.
And what they say we raise our daughters and we cuddle our sons.
Yeah.
So we like, yo, you a strong black woman. You got it. You strong and be powerful and strong. Like, why we gonna let the boy be vulnerable? That's messed up, man. Like, why they gotta be so damn strong all the time? Like, I'll just be prideful and having strength. But why do we force them?
I think it's
to
because
have to be strong all the time.
Because I think it's like grow. Well, we can't. Well, there's 3 men here, so we can't really speak on like their experiences growing up. But at least from what I see, it's like them growing up. Like you're black, you're behind the 8 ball. Black and a male, you're behind the 8 ball. Black woman, you're like behind the 8 ball in like a fucked up way. So it's like you think you're trying to teach them for like the tough world that they're about to get into, and then also as a woman, you got to deal with fucked up men being like catcalling, or men trying to like get with you being over aggressive, or society trying to tell you it's okay for certain men to talk to you in a certain way because it's just men being men or some bullshit like that. So it's like you think you're trying to prepare them for what they're gonna deal when it's like them out on their own. Like there's no right way to raise any child. You just go each day and take it as its own. But I feel like that's why, at least the way I would look at it, is like why I think certain parents or just people raise their daughters in that light or try to emphasize it so much, because they understand like as a man growing up, it's gonna be hard for you, but it's not gonna be as hard as it will be for her, depending on like the routes that you want to go, the careers that you want to do. Like you'll have it hard, but the fact that you're a man, you'll get some leeway in certain things where I know my daughter ain't getting no fucking leeway in anything. So it's like I want to mentally prepare her for how tough she's gonna have to be. So like it's messed up. Don't get me wrong, it's like very messed up, but that's kind of the world that we present day live in. Hopefully it's different by the time I have a daughter, but yeah.
So, do you think, and this is for both of y'all, do you think that it will be a time in America when women will be seen on an equal footing with men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a while, but yeah.
I think the blueprint has been laid down.
Yeah.
The blueprint is there. Now it's just
Getting the architects to build it.
Now it's just time for women to really like take a tight grip and just go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Michelle Obama laid down a hell of a blueprint for all black women, for all women, especially black women. Listen, you can be what you want to be. Like, despite what you think, despite what you feel, you have a voice. You have just as much equal right as a man. But in America, men are looked at like, oh yeah, top dog.
Yeah.
No, women deserve to be on that same level, the same pay scale, the same amount of respect we get. But I think the blueprint is there. I think women as a whole are now starting to really like take that and go full surface with it.
So what things are y'all doing in y'all lives to ensure this future that all women are
treated on the same platform?
I'm putting y'all out there. Like,
What's
y'all action steps, nigga?
I have a sister. So I've always been close with her, just about like how she moves, how she carries herself, what it's like being a black woman in America. Things you have to do, like you have to work twice as hard every day to show them that you can compete with them as well. And also I've been having a goddaughter, two goddaughters, making sure that they're on the right path. One is a senior, the other one is in 8th grade. So, really just trying to make sure they understand, listen, the world is bright, the future is bright, but you have to take what you want. You have to take it and go full force with it. Despite what you hear, what people say about you, oh, women not this, listen, you're here for a reason. So make them a believer. Show them that you can do anything you want to do. And just I think building confidence is one, but also letting them be in their feelings as well. If they want to cry, they're upset, it's okay to do that. It's okay to be vulnerable. And I think a lot of people try and have like this tough image. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to cry.
Like, you're gonna let a man be a man, let a woman
be a woman.
Exactly.
If you want to cry about it, get it out your system, but take that and turn it into positive. At the end of the day, I think, and even being a teacher, we teach, our schools predominantly like Black America. Just teaching those black kids, those black boys and girls that listen, like, the odds might be against you, but every day you come here to learn. You come here to better yourself. You have a choice to do what's right and what's wrong. And you choose the right thing by coming to school and furthering your education. So I think just giving those kids that message, I think later down the road they can say, oh yeah, Mr. Brown or Mr. Memphis said, hey, I can be anything I want to be. I tell my kids that all the time.
I think what I'm doing, I guess, it's more so me understanding like my pathways and how I wasn't like understanding like the messed up things I've done in my life in terms of like not accounting for women's feelings or putting them first when I probably should have. So it's me realizing that and knowing like I was wrong in that and accepting it and knowing like, all right, I have to live with what I've done, live with that, but I know what's wrong and I can turn a book on that. And then looking at some of the women in my life that I think are very powerful, like what makes them that way. Like my cousin Rashida, I think she's one of the strongest women I know. Because me and her like talk like almost like every other week. Like we keep in touch, see what's going on. Like when we were growing up, father passed, and it was just like my aunt and her growing up. So she's always been like independent on her own. So it's like always just being strong. Like, I've seen her being strong her whole life, and that's always something I just envy because it's like, yo, you've already been behind the 8 ball because you're black, you're a woman, and you're tall, which is another 8 ball in itself because she's like 6'2", I think I could say 6'2", maybe 6'3", one of that range. So you're already in the boat too, because now you're tall. So like people look at you like, oh, like this aggressive woman, blah blah blah. Because if God forbid she raises her voice and like you gotta look up at her, you're gonna think like, oh god, she's like raising the voice at me. It's like no. So I think she's just very strong and like her personality, tongue twister, personality. Like if she wants something, she's going to get it. And she's very successful right now. Just bought a crib out there in Philly. It was a housewarming this weekend too, so I wanted to shout out to her.
Black Girl Magic.
Congrats on the crib. Can we get an invite?
Oh,
Can we get an invite?
y'all was there. Y'all went there actually.
Yeah, that was her spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then also with like, I would say with my girl, just talking to her every day, just trying to like, in a weird way, like just study so like I can understand you. So it's like, all right, how can I really help you? I have to know you to help you. So it's like making that effort to like want to kind of in a weird way study so I can know you and help you. So it's like you have to make that effort. It's like, all right, if I want to help you, I gotta know what I'm helping. So I need to know like what am I getting into to help. So taking that steps.
Yeah, I think I've been trying or being conscious to check people when it's time to check people.
Facts.
Too. Like if we want to upset the system and if we're on the other side of the system as men, then we have to do what needs to be done to make sure we men are as accountable to the change as what we want for our daughters, for our mothers, our sisters, our aunts, and everyone else that's in our life, which is super important because I don't know many black women I've come in contact with that hasn't done amazing things. Like they're the backbone of our community, like wholeheartedly, and for like many reasons, like the disenfranchisement of black men as a whole, the breaking up of the black family as a whole for the many different reasons. Like black women been holding it down for everybody in the community, and had to play mama and daddy in some cases. And so, like, hey, they're doing all this hard work. Why are we making things harder than what it needs to be for people who do so freaking much for our community? So,
like, whenever, like, their life is already so hard. So, as a man, whenever you can, just wherever you can make it simple, just make it simple. Like, wherever you can, no matter how big or how little, just try to take some pressure off anywhere where you can. I feel like that's one of the most simple things you can do. Just like wherever you see like, wherever I can take like a little pressure, like just take that little thing. Whether it's like a little piece of paper big or it's like moving a boulder big, just help out whenever you can. Just take some little pressure off. So, that's what I got.
So did y'all get to hang out with any black women this weekend?
I was hanging out with black women a lot this weekend, actually.
You was at a baby shower, right?
Yeah, it was a bunch of black women there. It was a dope baby shower too. It was one of my girl's friends, and we was out there in Baltimore. It was really dope. And I'm gonna say that the father's mom it's African. I feel like I don't know this. So I couldn't like talk to get, and I was just trying to like gauge off like what I know. So I would like to say, assume Nigerian, something along those lines. But main point of the story is like the mom was so excited to see like her son like having his baby. Like I could make the argument that she was happier than him. Like she was just so excited, like seeing that joy in her face. Like when I believe there were some family members. At least I don't, because I really didn't know anybody. So I'm assuming these were family members who were like playing like the drums or something as like the mom was dancing. And like, yo, that mom got moves. I was like, okay, mom, you better get it on this floor. Like just seeing the excitement for that and like how this brought everybody together. Like only a woman could bring you together like this. Like a bunch of men ain't bringing you together for shit. Like, oh, my friend doing this. It's my friend's birthday. I ain't doing it. It's my friend. Oh, he got a new job, promotion. Okay, cool, yeah, whatever. like it takes a woman to like bring people together. Like what I saw, it was like honestly beautiful. So that, I was with my girl all weekend, so I guess I was around all weekend. So, but no, yeah, that's. Yeah, I think I did my part this weekend. I think.
Yeah.
I pat myself, clap for me.
Nah, I was able to talk to my sister this weekend, and shout out to Jade. I mean, she's my headache. But at the end of the day, like I would take a bullet for that little girl, my sister. So we were just catching up about life and just some things that she's going through, like just on the job, friendship wise. And I told her, I was like, at the end of the day, like, just be who you are. Be true to yourself. And if people can't recognize that, then just move on. Like, there's no need to go back and forth with someone, and it's not going to go anywhere. Like, just focus on you, your future, and just move differently. So, just be able to talk to her and, just give her some insight and talking to my mom about, like, the future and what's next for me and whatnot. And, just her giving me, like, the guidance that I needed and just her saying, hey, Gerard, listen, like, whatever you do, I'm proud of you. Like, you made it this far. You beat the odds and, like, you're in a good place. Just continue to push forward. So, my mom, my sister, talked to my goddaughter a little bit, my second goddaughter. But yeah, I think I did my part as a strong black man this weekend.
And then I was also today actually, I was talking to another friend of mine, and we were just talking about like her, because she was like saying like how sometimes she thinks like she comes off aggressive. She's really a nice person, and she is. But I understood what she meant when she said she could come off aggressive, because it's like if she gets like to a certain point, she can be. But one of the things I was telling her, I was like, it's just learning like certain situations you don't really need to get that energy. And I learned that from Renford, because it's just like, I feel like he's so calm and collected. Like, for me to see Gerard fight somebody, I think it'll be after like something crazy.
Yeah, you got to do something to me. Like, something has to happen. Like, he said something off the wall, and I just lost my entire composure.
So like, in seeing like how Renford like handles us that way, I've been trying to do it. I was like, like certain stuff just doesn't need your energy. So that's something like I was trying to tell her. And then one of the major things I told her too, I was like, sometimes you just be like, yo, nobody can use your truth against you if you just admit it. So it's like, yo, if you know you get aggressive, be like, yo, I get aggressive. Like, and then nobody could be like, oh, you get aggressive. Like, no, she told you. So it's like, you make a choice to deal with it. It's like, it is what it is. So like, own your truth, nobody can use it against you. So just like, sometimes that's one of the biggest things too. I would probably, if I could give advice, it'd be like, yo, it is what it is. Like, this is what I am. This is what I am. You gonna like it, love it, hate it, whatever. You gonna respect it though, because I told you up front. So, yeah.
What about you, Brown? What did you do this weekend?
I've had rousing conversations.
Uh-oh.
No. Just talking about relationships and black men and dating and a lot of stuff that we talk about, but getting like a black woman's perspective, one who identifies as a feminist, and just how difficult it is for her, and even dating outside of race, being highly educated and all. That was like, so we went all kind of different ways and thoughts about it, and my mind is also racing. That for those who don't know out there, I also do music on the side. If I could be anything, I would probably be a rapper. I know that's cliche, but America.
I look at you more like a singer. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's all I got to do. Like,
I'll be singing. I'll be singing.
You be like that singer rapper, like like a black type. That's how I look at you, like a black type. Like
so I'm making these tunes, but my biggest supporters are women. And I don't necessarily make music for women, but my biggest supporter are women. And I appreciate it that those are the ones that like, yo, we doing the show. There's gonna be more women at the show than the dudes. And when you're doing hippity hop music, it's an aggressive kind of masculine thing about hip hop music. But I gotta make these very love driven music. So it's an interesting thing that I try to gear towards the people who show me the most support.
Like if you think about like a lot of concerts and a lot of festivals nowadays, it's kind of more women going than men. So it's like, if you're gonna make music, that's a bigger demographic to hit. So you better hit that demographic. Drake did it well. So.
Yeah. So if they're doing so much for me, I should do just as much for them. And I will work to do better. I've been saying that for a while. I think I've been making baby steps. I'm trying to check my privilege, as they say. where I have advantages, and I want them to be able to operate in the same way that we operate. Like I can say I'm a selfish dude. I want you to be able to be selfish too, and not be judged on your selfishness. Like
Yo, that is what I tell my girl all the time. I was like, yo, if you learn anything from me, learn how. I'm an asshole. I let that rub off on you. Like sometimes you gotta be more of an asshole to people, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I think certain situations, or as you get older, you realize that sometimes you do have to be an asshole. Sometimes you do have to kind of like be a little selfish and focus on you. But at the end of the day, though, I think that's how you survive. Like that's survival of the fittest. Because if you just one dimensional for so long, this world will eat you up. So as you get older, you go through a different experience. You learn how to like be a little vicious, or walk with that chip on your shoulder, or have a little bounce to you, just to hold your own. Let people know, hey, look, that's not who I am. You can't come at me that way. So I think you have to be versatile again. You have to be very versatile for any situation, but also see the bigger picture when you are faced with adversity.
And I want to say this. I'm gonna say this right now.
You know, serious when you point.
Oh
at
yeah,
you went teacher mode.
You went teacher mode.
I'm looking at the camera right now because I'm celebrating black women, and I got a problem right now. I got a problem, America. Quit stealing from our black women. Quit stealing their style. Quit stealing their flavor. Quit trying to steal their bodies. Quit trying to steal their facial features. You're doing all this, and then you commodify it to a new thing. Tell me it's boxer braids when we've been cornrolling our hair forever. like big butts are in now, but we used to put us on display.
They've been in. They've been in. Let me tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Outside of our culture, it used to not be pretty, but now it's pretty. Y'all want to tan so y'all skin look like ours. Everybody want to be black, but nobody want to be black. Yo, nah, you can't go halfway with this thing.
It's like College Channel with them lip shit.
Yeah, quit stealing our culture. Kardashians, Ariana Grande, all your.
Ariana Grande.
I listen to her music.
I do too.
There's a lot of blackness in that.
But she's like stealing it, and like saying, "Oh, I'm R&B," or
she's doing a homage.
I don't get that.
That what you're trying to say?
I don't get that from Ariana. I ain't gonna.
All I'm saying is a lot of take. And when it's time to ride for the culture, they ain't nowhere to be found.
All right, if you don't go that route, I can read that.
A lot of take. All the stuff you take from them. And gay white dudes taking the mannerisms and stuff from black women, that shit ain't cool either.
It's not.
Like, you take, but you don't give.
Or at least give homage.
And trying to do the old curve. I can't even do it. Like Cardi B. Stop it.
Oh, the old
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, did I do it right?
You been practicing.
That was.
Oh,
New York can be
do it again.
Oh,
So America, we're gonna take a poll. If he did that right, let us know, okay? Okay. If he did the Cardi B call, let us know. All right.
I'm gonna practice that shit all week.
Casting that sound again. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Yes.
Damn, it's 5:30. He's still.
That's gonna be the alarm to wake y'all up for work.
So that's just my piece that I'm tired of it. And I'm putting my foot down, America. I'm putting my foot down. Quit stealing our shit. And by our, I mean my women's shit. Because it ain't mine. And y'all stealing that too. Like, damn.
Like, it's really crazy when you think about like the styles, like how thickness wasn't in, but now it's like everybody want to be thick. Like just little things like that, or like we were saying before, like the lips, the facial features. It's just like, it's crazy how much you want to be black until like some black shit happen, and then you don't want to be black no more. Like it's honestly crazy. Like,
it's infuriating.
Stay in your lane, America. Just stay in your lane.
It's okay to be in your lane. Like I don't see no problem with that.
Stay in your lane.
Like I know my lane, I stay in it. Like,
be happy being you.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like,
and I think it's the biggest thing. I think Americans, we see these celebrities and we're so like, wow, they're doing this. Listen, that's their life. We don't know what they go through behind closed doors. But I know for me, I know I can't move like a certain way because I am a black male, so I have to move differently. Like, and I get that. I know that. So I've mastered my craft. Like, I've sharpened my tools. I know how to handle myself in situations. So therefore, I've learned this because I stayed in my lane. I stayed in my lane, and I think that's what's gotten me to this point in life where I feel like I'm getting successful every day. You know, I may not be rich, but like in my mind, like my
You're
mind,
rich in life.
yeah, like I have no complaints at all, like no complaints.
You know how mad I was when they was like Miley Cyrus was the founder of twerk.
Oh, get her.
I'm saying,
Get her out of here, man.
Steve's stealing like, oh, they just discovered twerking. Like we've been twerking for a long time. We've been twerking since Luke was like, Skull, get on the floor and Doodoo Brown. Like, come on now. Like, but now it's hot. Like, oh, we twerking now. Oh man, if it wasn't for Miley Cyrus, we would never know about the twerk. That's the same thing that get me mad about the whole Fortnite thing. Stealing all these black people dances and making money off of it and giving it a whole new name to really erase
And
where it came from.
The name
the
don't even
culture.
be like super creative and that mad different. It'd be like the
I know. The anger is intense. Quit stealing from us, yo. Quit stealing from us. And like, give credit where credit's due. You know where you got it from. I'm looking at you. I'm looking dead at the camera right now. You know where you got it from. Stop.
I can feel his anger from over here. I can
Stop.
feel it.
I feel like one of them kids in kinder. I'm scared to even move.
Yeah, word. Like,
Should my head be down?
Right, word. Like,
Lights off, voices off. Everybody put your heads down.
Full teacher mode.
oh man, yeah, funny.
I know, man.
Oh, I have a question.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
You know it's about to be a bar.
yep, it's coming. So last week,
I don't know
Mr.
nothing about
Brown
I don't know nothing about it.
happened to go on an excursion.
Oh
How was that
yes,
excursion?
your little
date,
the blind date.
the blind date.
Let's
talk about it.
We've been holding off on this for a while.
So we can end with this story. Let's end with this story.
Yeah.
Positive note. You know,
Positive
positive note.
So America. I was invited to be a contestant on another podcast. So shout out to I Care Too Much podcast, who did a dating episode, like a blind date. I was one of the contestants vying to win a date with a bachelorette, and asked a series of questions, and I did my best, and lo and behold, I was selected because I am who I am.
You're a great guy. That's why you were selected.
Yeah. I think I sealed the deal. They was like, how would your friends best describe you? And I was like, I'm smart, I'm dependable, and I'm an asshole. And it was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And it was like, do you have any questions for our bachelorette? And I was like, yeah. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
That's the only thing I need to know.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, I just started. I'm on season 3. I'm like, well, cool. Yeah, so we go on a date. I got to recap. Do the recap.
Oh yeah.
We got a full story.
So we go to a brunch.
Brunch. Took us to a museum.
No, I take
I
to the
told you,
museum.
man. That museum. Listen, that museum. I tell you.
So we go to the brunch, and that was really, really cool. And then we decided to go towards her place, and there was a brewery. Find out she liked beer, which was a plus. So we went to a brewery, had some beer
Check that off the
there.
application.
And then we went to another bar after that, and kind of hung out till, like, we met for brunch about 11, and about 8 o'clock.
11 a.m.
11 a.m. And about
early.
8 p.m. I was like, I gotta go. Like, like it's fun. It's real. Like, we spent, but you know, it was cool vibes, and we've hung out one more time since then. So you know, let's say, you know.
Here we go. All right. Will there be a third date involved?
What have you been
she-
cooking
she-
it up
she-
lately?
she-
Getting your chef game up. I see. See you play boy.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about it?
You looking at me? I don't know if you can talk about it.
Hold on, America. Listen to me. Listen, baby. Listen. If you don't know, my man, Mr. Brown, has been in the kitchen whipping some mean meals.
Nah, them shit's been smelling.
Yeah, like my man been in the gym getting his summer body ready. Brown is trying to get chose this summer. Again, if you want to go on a date with Devin Brown, Mr. Brown, please DM me, and I will give you what he's looking for. Okay.
People think we joking, but we dead ass.
Yeah,
Like,
serious.
there's no
Yeah.
jokes with this.
My man is a whole different person in the gym, boot camps. Yo, I don't even know who he is no more.
Yeah, he brand new on us.
It's a whole new Mr. Brown.
Shaking my head, America. I don't know what to say. These guys. But
I was a kid, and I was like, is this looking like a turkey down there? Shit smell good. What the hell? Got me hungry now.
Just a fake balsamic pork tenderloin
Look at this guy. Stunting on us.
Handy has some red wine to go with it, ladies. Listen, if you're interested, hit us up, okay? I will give you the blueprint that you need, okay? I will give you the blueprint that you need.
Oh, man.
But I don't even want to go in the kitchen after he's done. I'm like, man, I can't
compete
get better than
with
this.
this.
Yeah, word. Like,
Oh, no.
I'm going to order Uber Eats.
Yeah, no, we just trying to get right. We trying to live healthy. We want to live long and for our
Prosperous life.
peoples.
Mm.
Like, you know, we do it for the culture. And if you ain't doing it for yourself, you can't do it for the culture, and that's why we here. I mean, everybody need to take care of themselves, do their self-care, and better themselves, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to better myself. I had a birthday, and I was looking at the TV, and I see people my same age got bodies that look better than mine, and I was like, hey, let me make some changes in my life. You know what I'm saying? Make some changes in my life. So let me do. And then this summer, I'm gonna walk around with my shirt off with a new confidence I haven't seen in a long time. I'm confident. Don't get me wrong. Shirt comes off. But I want to walk with a new confidence.
A little bounce in the
A
step.
little bounce, a little boppity bop bop bop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
going to the beach. I'm like, let's go. Yo, we driving to Virginia Beach. We going. Let's go.
Going
Like,
to the beach. We going to Ocean City. we going to Myrtle Beach. We going to the Jersey Shore.
Oh.
We going to all the beaches.
the Brodies about to do.
The beach tour after
Beach
we
tour?
do the other tour.
We got a couple tours this
We got
summer.
a couple
tours.
I gotta get ready. I'm trying to go to Toronto and say about
Great
this.
city.
Shout out to T.O., man.
Great
If
city.
you've never been, Toronto was dope, man. Friendly people, the atmosphere. I know Casper last year for his birthday had an amazing time. Toronto's special.
Man, I would go back. I would
It
go
really
back.
is. Like it's just a different vibe in Toronto. And if you ever been, go. Like it's really a nice place to visit.
And it's not crazy expensive. Like this.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So we've come to another amazing. No emails because last time you cut me off and like I went too early on this part. Any?
Oh, nah.
Nah.
I was like, yeah, you're right. Nah.
Any questions from the audience? And
Nah,
any
not
emails?
this week. We're gonna save it.
Well, shout out to all the people out there who supporting us. We just started a Facebook page.
Yes.
If you like it, go ahead and like on Facebook.
I would like to shout out. Let's see the number here. I'm gonna be that person.
Drum roll, please. Can we make the Cardi B
well,
sound?
one weekend we was. This what we doing now?
That's how you open the show.
This-
That's how you show.
Let's go over the show.
Open the show like that next week.
I'll practice that shit all week.
No, no.
He is so. Mr.
No,
Brown is
I would like to
so
shout out the
angry.
95 people that have liked our page.
So far, so we
So continue to like and support us.
and share. Like, of course, subscribe at all the different platforms from the Spotify's, the Apple Music's, the Google Plays. With the YouTube channels coming soon. But if you want to go and get that early video content, you can be on Instagram and Facebook. We got you, so you can actually see how it goes down, and maybe you could get a chance to kick it on the couch with the Brodies.
That's facts.
Because the Brodies are a bunch of fly guys who pull all the women and are the best dressers. I can't remember all the definition about the Brodies.
Oh no, I don't pull women. I just have friends. I don't.
Oh yeah. No. You're right. You're right.
I do podcast stuff. I'm just.
Yeah. You're right.
Oh, no, but on a serious note, I also want to say, like, if you really like us, support us, please follow our Patreon page and support us. Help us give you guys the best product we possibly can. We do shout outs. We also have hoodies and shirts, so if you want to be on our Patreon, yeah, we do.
Oh shit. Word.
Yeah, word.
News to me, America can get me a hoodie, and now I feel great. You might want to meet me on a date.
To the museum.
Oh my bad. At the museum, I will whisper in your ear.
Bang.
Gerardo Domingo and back. Bars.
And we are the
Brodies. Oh, car.
They're all.
Yo, I'm really gonna practice that.
Yo, that's like yeah.
I don't know. I've never tried that until that moment too. That's what's funny.
No, it's on the spot too though. You should